Happy Saturday, 9:22. Aftermath. Got 60 stops today. Went to Waffle House, and again, they messed up my order. I don't know how. I even tried to. This time I had to ask. I was like, hey, what am I doing wrong? Type stuff. Because all I'm doing is getting the meat lovers bacon, the meat lovers sausage. I say this specifically. 2 sunny side eggs. Two eggs sunny side up. I say that. And then I say 2 orders of the cheesy hash brown. Now, if I get no extra order of the cheesy hash brown, everything goes into one bucket. It always has. Or one tub. Whatever the hell they call it. But again, I got 4 eggs sunny side up, 8 pieces of toast. They put the sausage in one and the bacon in the other. And I was like, dude, I'm not ordering 4 eggs. I say 2 eggs. So that's off. And it was like $22 something again. And so I asked, and she was like, well, this is how I ring it up. And she showed me the list, and I'm like, well, that's not helping me at all. I mean, it's not what I ordered. I didn't say this, but I was like, but because Daddy's single, and she wasn't bad. I mean, I'm just saying, I was curious as to what I was doing wrong, and I didn't get an answer because of, well, it was also a pickle. Shout out to uncles. They were sitting there. Don't go, please, don't go. Oh. Anyway, I pull up in there, and then they're sitting. I see the truck in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're the only ones in there besides the employees. So I sat down, chit-chatted. I ain't seen him in a minute. It was good to see him. It's been a good morning so far. I'm in a good mood. I had a long, good-ass conversation, I feel like. But I might have fucked up a little bit. Or maybe a lot of it. I might have. But I enjoyed the talk. And we might be doing a part 2. All the homies in town. I'm excited for this shit to come out. But it was a nice little chit chat. Freaking the stuff I'm gotta do, the other people shit. It's like, it's kind of getting old. But at the same time, I can't complain. These people take care of me. And it's either do it or don't work. Like, don't have a job. So, and I get it. We're struggling. And the way they're splitting it up is between 3 of us. But the reasoning last time was, it's not enough to put on one person. I think it is, but also might be hard to have people wanting to come in on Saturday. It's probably a thing. Other than that, life's good. Haven't checked the news yet. Might do that after I call and check on my baby boy. Call 晚上好. Just saw my guy. We made a little music. We didn't make music. We played music. He made music because he's a, like, tiny little thing, and he's like inventing shit. So he did make music. We both did. It just wasn't recorded. He likes fucking with this. Shout out life and how random things are dope. Back in Amazon, when I was delivering for them, there was this keyboard outside of these people's houses. This person's house, just like on the curb. And I went over, rang the doorbell, I was like, hey, how much y'all want for the keyboard? And the lady was cool. She was like, take it. We just got a new one or something like that. But that was, I saw it at work. While I was at work. I rang the doorbell, nobody came out, nobody was there. So then when I got off work, me and the wife at the time, we were like, let's go get this keyboard. See if it's still there. So we drove like, I don't know, excuse me, half hour. And this was off the clock. I was like, there's no way it's still there. Sure enough, it was. And this time when I went to the door, the lady was home and she was like, yeah, take it. We just got a new one or something. So we got it. And this kid loves this damn thing. It's got like an automatic music player thing. You just push this button. He knows he knows these ones. He goes over, flicks it on, and it starts playing this jam. And then he grabs a harmonica, drumsticks and shit, and starts making his own music with that music. Gets his little feet jamming, head bobbing. It's just some good morning shit. And then the ex-wife, she sent me this video of him trying to tie his shoes. And he gets it and like tucks the loop thing in. So he claps his hands. And he looks at the camera and goes, 1, 2, 3. Not as clear as that, but you can tell what he's doing. Kid's growing up too quick, man. There's a drought so bad. No, the heat is so bad. The thing said it was hitting 100 degrees by 8 a.m. I didn't know that the time of day had anything to do with heat. I have noticed here, it's like hard to breathe, like hot, humid hot in the mornings, and that's kind of, it just feels odd that that's a thing. It's just like the mist or the steam is coming off the grass and getting in your nose and I fucking had a hash brown in my sinuses today from a Waffle House. Shout out Waffle House. I had blown my right nostril and this fucking hash brown comes flying out. Because I knew something was off by the way the inside of my face felt. Like something's off. And then I felt something in my nose and I was like, there's something going on. So I blew the nostril and a fucking hash brown came out of my nose. I thought it was that bead I put in there as a kid. But that's a thing. Hash browns go up in your sinuses. That's pretty wild. The incredible pictures of a depleted Lake Mead on the California-Nevada border, Nevada, illustrate the effects of drought brought on by climate change. Later this year, the U.S. government will almost certainly declare the first ever water shortage along the Colorado River. Maps show more than a quarter of the U.S. is in exceptional drought, underscoring the scope of a decades-long dry out. What's a dry out? Drought. Stories are popping up across the West of possible rationing, coming restrictions, and looming standoffs between farmers and the government over the most precious natural resource. Shout out water, dude. Always jugging. Stay jugging. That's where it's at right there. I didn't know water can go bad. I found that out like 2 days ago. I know shit can get in water and it can be not good to drink, but I didn't know like bottled water. I knew about it heating up in the plastic and that not being good. And I've drank so much of that in my landscaping days, just hot water. I probably have cancer, don't even know it. But hey, we're not here forever anyway. You gotta live a little. Drink a little hot water once in a while. Don't do that, kids. Stay in school also. Standoffs between farmers and the government over the most precious natural resource. Excuse me. States like Arizona and Nevada are almost guaranteed to have their water allotment from the Colorado River cut back, which through a complicated drought contingency tier system agreed to by states in 2019 will affect farmers first. But the warning signs are there for urban areas and surrounding states to conserve and evolve. Oh, I'm such an asshole. I don't know if this will be in the cast or not, but I want to apologize. Oh, happy Juneteenth! That's today. Yeah, I was a little buzzed off the soda pops last night, and I kind of was an asshole to the homie. I told him evolve, but I didn't mean it like he didn't know. I was just drinking. He is evolved. I'm a fucking idiot. I need to evolve. But yeah, happy Juneteenth. In the San Francisco Bay Area, served by a different water system, residents are being asked to reduce water usage by 15% compared to 2019. Houseboats were removed from the state's second largest reservoir because the water level fell so low. Wouldn't you want boats in the water for the water level to rise? Huh. The hydropower plant at the same reservoir may be forced offline for the first time because of low water. To the north, there's a sharp disagreement in Oregon between farmers cut off from water to irrigate their potatoes and federal officials trying to save an endangered species of fish. Sorry, one of my crushes just hit me up on Snapchats. I got distracted. Where was I? I apologize. To the north, there's a sharp disagreement in Oregon between farmers cut off from water to irrigate their potatoes and federal officials trying to save an endangered species of fish. When CNN's Lucy Kavanagh reported from the Klamath Basin last week, she did her live shot from the parched bottom of a lake that should be feet deep. Parched bottom of a lake that should be feet deep. The farmers set up shop in a tent outside the canal head gate and were all but threatening to break in and open the gates themselves, like they did 20 years ago. The most visible and striking effect of the heat and drought is at Lake Mead, which is at its lowest level since it was filled during construction of the Hoover Dam in the 1930s. Less snowpack and more evaporation from hot temperatures have taken their toll over the course of the decades, to the point where it's dropped more than 140 feet since 2000. What? And sits at not much more than a third of its capacity. Holy shit. That's 22 years. 21 years. So that lake might be gone. Let me read this again, because this is scary. Less snowpack and more evaporation from hot temperatures have taken their toll over the course of decades, to the point where it's dropped more than 140 feet since 2000, and sits not much more than a third of its capacity. Bill Gates better come up with some rain systems, bro. Blocking out the sun and shit. Nuking the moon. Bro, come up with some rain. They do it over there in, what's it called? No, you know what? Take it back. I was being sarcastic, but then I'm like, no, if this is a for real problem, we need to figure out a way to make clouds and rain. But then that means we're fucking with the weather, and that's not good. I'm not, what am I, DARPA? HARP? I'm talking out of my ass. We do not need to be doing stuff like that. We need to let shit go the way Mother Nature intends things to be. That's how we should do it. That's how we should do it. Don't fuck with the weather, Bill Gates. Shout out Elon Musk. Now for an aside on the Hoover Dam, government spending and climate change. The dam. Talk about an infrastructure project. President Joe Biden came to office promising a New Deal level investment in infrastructure that'll be pared back by 3/4 if he's to get any Republican help passing it. Government spending. The latest bipartisan proposal includes $5 billion to help address the Western water shortage. Although larger pots of money are meant to improve water and power infrastructure, the dam with less water behind it is producing less energy. I didn't think about that. But while lawmakers are happy to find a way to spend money on infrastructure, as long as they don't, let's ease that word up a little bit. How about that? As long as they don't raise taxes. There's zero agreement with Republicans to do anything directly about climate change, which is helping this drought along. Democrats may try to go it alone and pass a much larger infrastructure bill that seeks to address climate change. But it's not clear they have the votes. They'll have the votes. Long time coming. The water at Lake Mead has been slowly falling for years. In 2015, CNN went to see St. Thomas, a former town of 500 people that was bought out by the government and submerged under 60 feet of water for the sake of Lake Mead. What, dude? St. Thomas emerged from the depths as the water lowered and kept lowering. They displaced 500 Americans to flood the area? That's creepy, dude. The 2000 versus 2021 image comparison is incredible. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. We're in trouble. That is wild. Look up St. Thomas, former town of 200 people. The water at Lake Mead has been slowly falling for years. St. Thomas, a former town. Why didn't it say what state this is? I don't know where Lake Mead is. It'd probably help if I knew where Lake Mead was. Remember, 40 million people living across 7 western states and Mexico get their water from the Colorado River system. The entire West is dry. CNN's climate team put together 3 maps to bring perspective to the historic drought. The current drought map shows the 88%. Also, none. 88% of the western part of the country in some shade of red, and east almost entirely unfazed. The upcoming rainfall outlook is just as grim, suggesting there will be no relief out west. And a look at stream and river flow demonstrates a lack of water moving across the region. They could have added a 4th with this heat map as the West bakes in record temperatures. Decades of drought. The Intermountain West? I've never heard of that. Between the Rockies and the Cascades and the Sierra Nevada mountains has technically been in a drought for decades. Since 2000, it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Hot weather leads to drought, and drought leads to hot weather. Drought and envelops the U.S. West. Weather forecasters fear exceptional drought conditions observed in western states could lead to severe fire conditions. Holy shit, dude. And if that shit lights, bro, that's damn near half the country. Just this map here, it looks like 1/3 of the country, but then you add the shit at the top of the map, and it's fucking half the country is all like within that scary shit. Hey, shout out Kentucky, not even touched by this map of heat. Feels like it though, so I can't imagine what it's like out there for the red zones. Exceptional drought. Oh, this is just drought, not heat. Damn, bro. What makes a drought exceptional? It's interesting to look at what goes into these maps, which are quite alarming with all the deep red. The data is maintained by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in partnership with government agencies. They have very specific criteria that's unique to each state for delineating between extreme drought and exceptional drought. The criteria they list for exceptional drought in California is not far from apocalyptic. Fields are left fallout. What does that mean? Orchards are removed. Vegetable yields are low. Honey harvest is small. Fire season is very costly. Number of fires and area burned are extensive. Many recreational activities are affected. Fish rescue and relocation begins. Pine beetle infestation occurs. I'm gonna look that up. Forest mortality is high. Wetlands dry up. Survival of native plants and animals is low. Fewer wildflowers bloom. Wildlife death is widespread. Algae blooms appear. I need to quit smoking. It's bad for pollution. And myself. This is a scary fucking list. Policy change. Agriculture, unemployment is high. Food aid is needed. Poor air quality affects health. Greenhouse gas emissions increase as hydropower production decreases. West Nile virus outbreaks rise. Water shortages are widespread. Surface water is depleted. Federal irrigation water deliveries are extremely low. Junior water rights are curtailed. Water prices are extremely high. Wells are dry. More and deeper wells are drilled. Water quality is poor. Fuck, dude. We're in trouble. This is a real pickle. We know the short-term effects of this drought will be restrictions and new rules. What's harder to see is the longer-term effects. Although it's a broader look at water and drought that makes the dire predictions of climate refugees fleeing parts of the country that becomes too hot or arid, or the breakdown of water sharing systems and agreements. That seems both a long way off as humans turn their attention toward using less water and finding new ways to capture it, store it, and reuse it. But those far-fetched predictions seem all too close when the nation's largest reservoir is literally drying up. Woo! That's the end of that article. That's fucking creepy, dude. Creepy. It's population control. These people are fucking smart. You don't think they've had scientists that have predicted this shit for a long time? And that's why they said, you can't capture rainwater, we'll put you in a cage or fine you. You have to pay us money to capture rainwater. And if you don't, then we'll put you in a cage. But if you do, then you keep going, we keep finding you. And after a certain point, if we keep finding you and you keep paying, there's just going to be a limit. And we'll end up putting you in a cage anyway. That shit right there is, I bet that's it's got to be for population control. They've had a plan or some shit. That's a ridiculous law. I don't know where it's enacted, but it's a creepy fucking law. Wherever it's active. Wherever people are actively being arrested or fined for capturing rainwater, it's fucking criminal. That whole state of leadership needs to be put on trial. Whoever made that law, whoever came up with that shit needs to be sentenced to a public bashing. Not with rocks, people, with words. So they can see what their stupid ideas brought. Hey, let's make, I got an idea. Come here, rich white people, let's talk about something. How about we make catching water illegal so that it's harder for people to drink when we face this drought the scientists have predicted? Oh, it's getting hotter? Let's just make it illegal to capture water. Rainwater from Mother Nature. It gives us this gift. Maybe, what if that's what rain was this whole time? Was a fucking gift from Mother Nature. And we're over here like, it's illegal to capture the rainwater. Don't do it. These people are fucking poison. Sorry for cussing. I was very passionate. I'm not sorry about what I said. I'm sorry that you had to hear it like that. And shout out to the people listening, man. It's dope. I'm gonna read this other article. Drying California reservoir. The West is in the midst of a record-breaking heat wave this week, as all-time records were shattered and daily records broken in over a dozen states. Even by desert standards, the heat wave in the Southwest is atypical. On Thursday, the National Weather Service in Tucson tweeted, also changed the name of Tucson to Tooson because, or Twon, Tucson. Tucson is not, it's confusing. That city recorded a temperature of 100 degrees at 8:14 a.m., the second earliest time in the day recorded since 1948. The Tucson airport hit 100 degrees this morning at 8:14 a.m. There's some MWS Tucson on Twitter. Dating back to 1948, this is the second earliest time in the day that Tucson has hit 100 degrees. The earliest time is in 8:02 a.m., which occurred on June 20th, 2017. The high that day was 116. Holy shit. I've been to, what was it? Lake Havasu. That bitch was hot. Oh my god, it was almost unbearable. I don't even know what the temperature was, but we were at the lake. Thank God we were at the lake. Shout out the homie's mom. Shout out single moms and married moms. Shout out all the moms. Whew. That's only slightly later than the earliest time recorded for reaching 100 degrees, which was in 2017 on June 20th when Tucson hit 100 degrees. I just read the degrees occurred on June 26, 1990. Holy shit, recorded in Phoenix of 122 degrees occurred on June 26, 1990. High heat so early in the day have reinforced the need for excessive heat warnings that have been in place throughout Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and California all week. Nighttime temperatures can be dangerous. On Friday morning, Phoenix recorded a low temperature, of 92 degrees. This is a problem because it doesn't allow the body to successfully cool down at night. The temperature needs to drop to at least 80 degrees for recovery to begin. In fact, a person can lose up to 2 liters of fluid overnight through sweating if the temperature never drops below 85 degrees. Damn! Half a dozen western states will have morning low temperatures between 10 to 20 degrees above normal through Sunday. The Weather Service issues heat advisories and warnings, with safety as their top priority. Heat is the number one cause of weather-related deaths in the U.S., and providing guidance about the likelihood of heat-related ailments, including heat cramps, heat exhaustion, stroke, and possibly death, helps protect the public in extreme heat events. Numerous heat records are being smashed. Record-breaking temperatures spread from California to Montana this week. On Thursday, the all-time high temperature was tied in Palm Springs, California at 123 degrees, breaking the previous June record of 122 degrees. Jesus Lord. Salt Lake City tied its all-time record high of 107 degrees. The old record was notably set in July, when temperatures are usually at their highest for the year in that region. This comes after daily record highs were broken at Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in Salt Lake, each with temperatures exceeding 100 degrees. Records are kept for all-time highs and lows, and also record high or low temperatures for specific months. Death Valley, California shattered its record high daily temperature for Thursday at 128 degrees. The previous record was 122 degrees, set in 1917, and was just 1 degree shy of tying the record for the month of June. The hottest record temperature in Death Valley was 134 degrees in July 1913. Las Vegas set 2 daily records this week after falling just 1 degree short of its record of 117 degrees on Wednesday. Record temperatures were set Thursday as well in the Colorado cities of Alamosa, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. Thursday was the earliest day on record in Colorado Springs to hit 100 degrees. Denver hit 100 degrees Thursday, marking only the 6th time in historical record keeping that it has reached 100 degrees on 3 or more consecutive days. Weekend stays hot for the West. From Sunday to Tuesday alone, 159 maximum daily high temperature records were broken, according to National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. More than 50 additional records could be broken through Sunday in many of the same states that had them earlier in the week. Temperatures will remain 10 to 20 degrees above average through the weekend for much of the West. The good news is that the heat begins to wane by the start of next week across the Southwest. By Wednesday, the heat breaks a bit in the Pacific Northwest as well. However, since we are only just 2 weeks into that's a weird ass word. Meteorological summer. Long-term cooler temperatures aren't expected for quite some time. Alright. Damn, dude, we're in trouble. What? No way. Alright, y'all have a good freaking... It's Saturday. Have a good freaking weekend. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Shout out to R. Kelly. Made some slappers, but kind of freaky, huh? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Love your family and friends. I love y'all. Bye-bye.